2004 Ram 2500 HD with a 5.9 Cummins. As you can hear, it's here because the check engine light is on and it's doing some weird drivability problems. I also noticed when I drove it in, there's reverse, no neutral display. Kind of displays neutral sometimes. No drive display, no second, but first works. Now that may have an effect on the transmission operation, we'll see. But we're going to scan it and find out why the check engine light is on. 364,000 kilometers. So here are the codes that are in the instrument cluster. Prundle switch, remember the gear shift indicator not indicating when it's in drive. These are in history right now. Ignition run, start, circuit rationality. I don't know if it's got an aftermarket car starter or not. But those were in history. Let's clear the codes. And let's have a look at the gear shift. I did have one of these Dodge trucks a couple of years ago that was doing some weird stuff with the transmission because of a gear shift indicator voltage being out of range. Let's see, where is it? That's the voltage. I think there's 5 volts that comes from the instrument cluster that drops through a stepped resistor in the gear shift indicator switch, if I recall correctly. Reverse indicator, drive indicator, Prundle indicator, park indicator, neutral indicator. Guess it doesn't give us the status. Well, let's see how it goes. I'm going to go and manipulate the transmission gear shift through the ranges from park, reverse, neutral, drive, second and first, and then back again. That's reverse, neutral, drive, second, in low right now. You notice it jumped to 5 volts, so it's definitely got a problem with that Prundle switch. I'm going to make a custom data list because the refresh rate on this is very slow. Let's see if we can look at, oh there it is, Prundle voltage. Let's graph this. That should be a little quicker. So right now it's in low, so I'm going to shift it through the ranges back to park. Second, drive, neutral, reverse, park. So sometimes it doesn't show park, most of the time it doesn't show second, drive, or reverse. It shows reverse, okay. Let's go back and look at that. So in these ranges here where it was out of 5 volts would be out of range. So this thing needs a gear shift switch on the transmission, I believe. So this is the transmission range sensor. So you can see that it has a plunger and there's a stepped resistor in there that changes resistance values depending on what gear it's in. Drops the voltage. So we're going to put this in, have to lift it up and access it from the left side of the transmission. We're under the truck and there is the sensor on the side of the transmission. So that's the connector we have to unplug. There's one think it's a T20 screw there and another one back here. And the fluid level should be okay, but be prepared for some fluid to come out. Last time I did this, the tranny was over full and I got a bath, but I think we'll be okay. We're going to blow the area around there, around here with some compressed air, just to make sure that don't let any dirt in there when we take the sensor out. So there's the new part installed. You'll find it easiest if you put the transmission into low, because in park that plunger is compressed completely, so you're working against that, trying to push it in. And the steel housing that's inserted in the case here, clean that with emery cloth, put dielectric grease on the O-ring seal, blow out the connection and put dielectric grease on the connector and the connector halves so that it keeps moisture out of there. Now let's see how it works. So there's the gear shift indicator indicating park, reverse, neutral, drive, second, first, second, drive, neutral, reverse, and park. So it's working fine now. I'm going to connect the scan tool to it and look at the voltage from that selector. So the signal goes to the instrument cluster. Let's see if we got any codes. I might have a code because I think I had that disconnected with the key on, because I had it in low. Yes, I had it in low with the key on. So we're going to clear the code out of it. And then we're going to look at data. Now the data list is pretty slow to refresh here, so I'm going to make a custom data list and deselect everything except the Prundle voltage. And we're going to graph it. So right now it's sitting at 4.2 volts. So I'm going to move the gear shift lever through its ranges. So you can see that it works just fine. Let's pause this, play it back a bit. So each position of the gear shifter, that's park, reverse, neutral, drive, second, and low, and then all the way back. So this one's repaired. The gear shift's working fine now. That's it for this vehicle until we get a part for the intake. So we're good to go. Thanks for watching.